I think he's done it with it a few.
Welcome back,
targets.
everybody, to Quaffle footy action here, the Anzac round. We have Surfers Paradise well on top here against their neighbours, the Labrador Tigers, ensuing battle. Round 4 of Quaffle footy action. Appreciate you joining us. Myself, Julian Van Andries, and John Pekin on debut in the commentary team. And John, what did you make of that third term?
Oh, very industrious from Surfers against that breeze, substantial breeze. And throwing Haberfield up forward was a bit of a masterstroke. Just created a new avenue and kicked 2 goals whilst doing it. And Charlie Ford was fantastic in their forward line as well that quarter.
And the other 2 games going on, Jack, Palm Beach, Currumbin 5 goals ahead of Mount Gravatt, and similar type of margin, a 22-point margin with Broadbeach over the Western Magpies, as we're away. Surfers Paradise hit the ground running, and before we know it, Dan Green gets on the end of one, and there's a goal for the Demons to start this 4th term, rubbing salt into the wounds, John.
Yeah, Haberfield, I'd love to have him in my team. 2 touches there. Pressure on, gave the handball out to Green, and that was Daniel Green, just an easy goal. But forward out of the centre line there, beautiful kick in the forward line.
And it has been a scoring end. The dangerous thing for Labrador is that end that Surfers are kicking to, the bulk of the goals have been kicked. So danger signs. Now Labrador, I wonder what was going on in their huddle. There's a few hands on hips, but I'm sure there's strict instructions to tighten a few things up and get a few positives leading in the next week, Jack, because it's a long season. We're only in round 4.
Yeah, that's right. You just don't want to blow out.
Speaking of positives, the big fella Davidson's gone forward like a tractor all day, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well done. But
if I was a farmer and he was a tractor, I'd be buying him for sure. Been really good.
Too familiar with the turnover, so Surfers get it again. Prestiger, although he's set upon there by Lakeman.
Great work, Lakeman.
I think
Prestiger is taking a little bit easy there. Just took the foot off the pedal a little bit. Blasé, I can say blasé.
Yeah. Well, foot's off the gas perhaps a little bit. He's been out on his own for most of the day, Jack Prestiger. But if you're on the Labrador camp, you just want to see some effort like this man in the ruck and some passages of play, some bit more razzle-dazzle footy where they can string some possessions together and create some more scoring opportunities, because their forward line does look dangerous when it gets down there. I think they're probably lacking 1 or 2 small dangerous forwards, John.
It seems.
They're stocked in the tall department, and they've got some hard out at midfielders. So
Johnny Boxer, Mills sort of been around, but Boxer's been the one doing the work all day.
So there's that man, Haberfield, who's come right into it, kicks to a dangerous one-on-one, and Labrador defenders do well. Although Noah Corbett recovers and gets it to Dan Green. Loves these snaps around the body, bouncing, rolling. Just chopped off there by the Labrador Tigers. And
Surfers camp down behind the goals there.
Some advice coming over the fence. Yeah. You wouldn't expect anything less, Jack. Local footy.
And to be precise and concise, I'm sure.
So, well done there by
your man,
the big Yelland.
Yep.
Jack Yelland. Beat the Ruckman in a one-on-one marking contest there. So, here we go, the boxer. The boxer kicks it out in front of his Ruckman, Davidson. His namesake there, the midfielder, young Tom Davidson. Chain of handballs here. Here they go, the Tigers. Can they string something together? Mills has got his hand up. He wants it. He's on his own. They don't see him. They go inboard.
Keep pushing.
Big Hugo Barry.
A good tackle there.
Strong contest by Ratzliff. Play on's a call. I think they've butchered this one. The first gamer. Retzlaff continues to work hard. They get it out. This kick's important, and it gets the Mills. No, he can't. He had the jukes out, but it didn't stick.
Somebody must have cast a spell on him for marking inside the 50 the last 2 quarters.
Mills was waving around. He was 20 metres clear. a couple of kicks before he finally got his hands to it, and it just didn't get in there quick enough.
The Dukes, you've got to have the Dukes working.
Frustrating for the Tigers. So here we go, Surfers come out the back, chain of handballs, familiar story. Spinning, bobbing, weaving.
Good
They get
tackle
it out.
there.
Paddy Rankin running on to the end of this, although chopped it. Ooh, just walked out of bounds there. You've got to be careful doing that this day and age, the Labrador player, and then not throwing it back to the boundary umpire. Did well to get away with that.
He did extremely well.
As we can see, some more voice coming from over the hill, Jack. The longer the afternoon's gone on, the more vocal the boys have gotten.
Sipping tea over there. A couple of
Iced tea,
scones,
no
I'm
doubt.
sure.
Lipton.
The throwing's just gone into a bit of a scrabble, and ball are up and going in the forward pocket, half forward flank for just inside 50 for Surfers.
Let's see what both sides can get out of this last term. The contest's effectively over, but plenty to play for with a long season ahead. Spots to play for, and hands to be put up.
Yeah.
Surface
Good chain
beautifully moved that ball out of the back line. Out in front of Haberfield, who's got wheels. Let's see what he can do. He'll take them on. He takes them on, Haberfield. One bounce. Goes around, handballs. His player wasn't on the same page, but it all works out in the end, and there's a snap over the shoulder by Charlie Ford for a goal.
3 goals for the day. Haberfield took it on. It was exciting.
He took it on. He arched the back.
He certainly knows when to put the wheels on.
Upright running stance there too, and then decided to dish off the handball
Wild Charlie.
to
Probably
Charlie
at the same
Ford.
time that Charlie Ford took the eyes off him.
Charlie Ford was not even looking, so but numbers one out, and a goal there. A little bit of excitement there. You love those one-on-one contests.
It was good. He put the foot on the pedal, and he sort of was one-on-one. He gained a metre, but he'd like to have him in your team. He's been great at both ends today.
Yes, I mentioned earlier, Johnny does it at both ends. One week you'll watch him, he's playing as a key back, and then the next week he's kicking goals up forward. So really handy to have those swing men in your side as we go again. Yellen, who's been okay today, gets it out to Paddy Rankin. He loves that wing. Moves up and back. Kicks it inside the 50. Labrador have to be neat and tidy here. Vanderwerken's got on you that. Unlucky not to receive a push in the back, but we'll have a stoppage there. 40 metres out in front of goal for Surfers Paradise, kicking with the aid of that breeze that had all day going to that end.
Nearly weaved some magic then, didn't he? One hand and sprung around. Didn't quite work.
They play this ground well, Surfers, with the runners, and they tend to flick the ball out wide and off they go. So here we go, Retzlaff, that's a hamstring strainer. He does well, the big fella, the big tattooed unit. Kicks to Big Hugo. What can he do here, Big Hugo? The other youngster for Surface in Goldsmith was beckoned the call there and got the big fist to it. So
Goldfinch.
Goldsmith at all.
Yeah, but it was fantastic work,
Yeah,
wasn't it? When you're up by 50 points and your desperation's that good too at the end of the day.
You're warming to this commentary, Jack. You're all over it, mate. Fantastic. Here we go. McKay has tried hard all day. He's been one of his side's best. That's a good, deep, penetrating kick. We've got Mills there, one-on-one. Couldn't, again, got to the Dukes, but couldn't make it stick. Handball comes out, flying snap. It's only a one behind. That was
Daniel Middleton.
Daniel Middleton.
Yes.
On the left foot. Not sure he's a left footer by the way he kicked it.
I don't think so. The inside-out Tory doesn't look like it was.
So Nick Scott left unattended there, and Kane Ford continues to repel anyone coming near him. So Scott will go up the line to Newton. Ball gets to the ground. Watmouth, that's a good deep kick. Mills should get his hands on this one. Although, just can't quite complete those marks at the moment, the big fella. And that was nearly an own goal there. Surface retreating under little pressure. Decide to kick that through.
That's,
so Mills have had 3 or 4 just opportunities in the air and under pressure, but got to start clunking those ones.
Yeah. You reward your coach for putting you up forward.
Doesn't often get a run up forward either, the big fella, so he should be enjoying this. So here we go again. Watmouth's been good as a defender. Held without it. Dane Watmouth.
So out to Lakeman and the forward flank there. Goes back. Is there much coming forth? Mills leads through. Is there a gap
Yeah, everyone's
behind?
back. There's not much spare space there though. What's he done? That was never the percentage kick, so you'd rather see a top of the square type scenario where your smalls can get involved, Jack.
Pretty easy to defend from that pocket, Julian.
Here we go, Nick Scott, the former Broadbeach Cat. Found a home here at Small Park and has been brilliant ever since he's crossed over. So he looks for the short hit-up target and his friend in Kane Ford. Ford switches, dangerous kick, finds Jewel.
They have got the numbers there though.
They continue to go to the outer side. They have now. They create the overlap and now they're out. Here they go. Green a long way from home. That's Noah Corbett. Done well in the midfield. Green gets the 1-2. They're going to go coast to coast here. Paddy, that's short boy. Not Paddy. Charlie show and go. He showed it and then decided to have a flying shot.
You often see Nathan Green up ground doing a 1-2.
Things have opened
Daniel
up
Green, I beg your pardon.
for young Cooper Anderson, John. He's taken him on. He's taken on the big ruckman. And done that beautifully the first gamer. Well done there.
He's warming into it, it seems.
Yeah.
A little bit late.
Just opened up a little bit for him. It was pretty hot footy early and
Yeah.
found it a little bit difficult, but he'll be better for the run. Playing against some strong, experienced campaigners out here, so Prestigar. Normally Goldie, they love
Your
his
man,
work.
Goldfinch.
Goldfinger.
Not a great kick. 3
Vanderwerken gets on the end of this. Continues to run and spot up targets. And no surprise, it's that man, Brody Haberfield.
Hasn't bothered to look around at all. Obviously fairly confident in his ability to put this one home.
I'm sure he's had a few shots after training, John, from that very same position. So he's on the right side with the aid of the breeze.
Drop punt.
With the brother sitting in the stands watching on. See how Brody goes. He gets under it. That one's never a chance. He's pushed it across the face of the goals going for distance.
No problems with the distance, eh?
So the Tigers, they continue to compete. You love the endeavour. So they decide to change direction now. They go one way, back the other. They come out to the commentary box side.
Lakeman's got to go.
Jewel.
He does. Well
Lakeman
done.
does well to halve that contest. The ball comes to ground.
A little bit
Oh,
sloppy
there's
in
a
there.
bit of a kick in danger there, but play on's the call.
Scott out.
Players get it.
Oh, good
Big
hands.
Jewel playing as a midfielder there, the big key position type.
Has he been thrown on the ball?
He may be giving.
Or was it the fact that
That's a
Hugo Barry's gone up the ground and he's just followed him?
Paddy
that's
Rankins
the
just
case.
kicked a tumbler, a tumbling kick through the behind. So a little bit wasteful, the Demons. They're still getting plenty of looks at it. So here we go. Here's the young fella again. Good hit up lead there by young Coop. He's getting, like you said, John, he's gotten better as the afternoon's progressed, but he has pushed a couple out on the full on this side. He needs to learn from that.
If they want to be defensive, Labrador, and sort of just play the game out, they'll just keep playing this defensive side. But if they really want to eke out a few goals late,
Yeah.
they need to go through the centre a bit more confidence in their own ability.
And what would your instruction be, John? You've had an illustrious coaching career, premiership coach, quaffle footy over the years, and would you be concerned with percentage in this situation, round 4, or would you be trying to tell your players to go for it?
Oh, I think you've got to get a bit of confidence out of this rather than the percentage. It's
So
just
take
gotta-
it on
yeah,
still,
take
continue
it on.
to
You've
take
got
it on.
to take it on.
Yeah.
And here's one fella that's taken it all day for Labrador. He's
Yeah.
been consistent, most consistent player for the day, McKay. Over to Jared Graham.
Jared Graham, the other
Extra
midfielder.
spot.
So here they go. So they've spread
Mills.
it wide. So here we go. Jared Mills. But that's that last one. The kick didn't favour the big fella in Redslaff. And the big Goldfinch has had a very, very handy second half.
He has,
Vanderwerken. Here he goes, on the wing. How many times have we called that today? Chiseling ball. Over to his good mate Ian Brody Haberfield, and they've just gone coast to coast. That one skill error, not hitting the mark inside that 50
Mills,
for the Tigers, is punished the other way.
Mills is under no pressure with the kick either. He just had to put it right side of Retzlaff,
Yeah,
and he should have been able to do the job. But
frustrating day for the key forwards for the Tigers. It just hasn't, the service, the delivery hasn't been quite spot on.
No, as I say, last line kick, it's done him damage. 150 metres down the other way. And your mate Yell, Jack Yell.
End. Oh! It rattles the woodwork
That
there
did
as
move
well.
quite away the goalpost.
Jack End. Yeah, it's deflating, isn't it? Just it goes coast to coast, slingshot almost.
And you're in
up
the
the
wrong.
other end.
All your players are in the wrong position. They're always forward of their man.
So the Tigers,
here's
the
our young fella
defensive
again.
side, here he is. Cooper Anderson, and getting another tick on the stat sheet. More Super Coach points for the young fella. Well done. Might get him a game next week, although that had a bit much carry on it. So good from Corbett there. He took the pressure, he took the impact. Here we go. Snapping ball. It's got a little too much on it. Didn't bend enough in the end.
Dylan Mutu.
Yeah, from Mutu.
It's a great name to call,
been a
Dylan Mutu.
good contributor
He
today,
has been,
Mutu.
consistent. Not outstanding, but
Yeah.
consistent. He's been in and around.
Another one of the Southport Shark Brigade, I believe, Mutu.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Retzlaff, they need to get him. He's the next one in line now.
Stop and prop and kick up. We need to get that
Here we
handball out.
go. Blake Grant gets the 1-2. He arches the back. Now he's got a problem. He's turning. No one was on the same page. Dan Green picks it up, and we will have a shot for the Demons. It looks like that man Haberfield again,
Yeah, that's his
who has been dominant, especially in this second half.
Yes, he's.
When the game was on the line too, he was good down back, so
Yep.
you'd probably have to have him in your top three today, along with Ford
Forward
of the
keel.
Kane variety.
Yeah. 2-1 bloke that has sort of, it was great early. Scott.
Haberfield has just nailed that one with no a worry in the world from 30 metres out, so the procession continues.
Joshua Matulis coming off, replaced by Jack Mitchell. Now, Nick Scott, Julian, who played in the first two quarters, was very, very prominent. He's just settled into that backline role and just done what he had to. Hasn't really.
He's
sort of-
tradesman-like down there, John.
Yeah.
I know a bit about Nick. I've done some junior coaching with him. He's a Geelong area boy from down that way. He's a
Right.
local school teacher. Played a lot of footy at Broadbeach and made the move over to Small Park here a couple of years ago, and has been a great servant. So really, really handy, durable defender type that you pencil in every week. So, but you're right, his first half was super busy, wasn't it?
Busy.
So the Ruckman continue to duke it out. Here we go. Surface will get on the end of this
Great
one.
handball.
Rankin, I'll name the wing after him out that side, I think. Ball's kicked in the Charlie Ford direction. Good wrapping up tackle there by Matthew Watmuff. So they hold things up for the moment, the Tigers.
Yeah, once again, good out of the centre bounce from surface.
18 minutes gone now in this final term, and again, surface the only ones that seem to be troubling the scorers. With Labrador, the effort's there, but just not the polish at the moment. But they're all things that can be fixed up. So some high contact there.
Against McKay there. Might have been a bit errant
Yeah,
and a little bit frustrated.
a little bit of frustration comes in Corbett. Good by foot. And a bit argy-bargy. Things are done and dusted. No point in carrying on with that.
What age is Ford here? Gillian just coming off from the bench here. You just sort of leave
Testing
him
my
off for the
knowledge
rest of
now,
the ground.
John.
Rest of the
Really
game.
testing out
Right, okay.
my skills on the Surface Paradise boys, but
He's not in the veteran stage, so he doesn't really need to be rested.
No, I wouldn't have thought.
If you were a veteran, you'd be throwing him on the bench now and just leaving him there, wouldn't you?
Just getting ready for next week. But he's been brilliant today, Kane Ford. So here we go. And the crowd behind the goals love that one.
Hayden Keel, very nice finish.
They slotted that one from outside the arc.
Easily, and had plenty spare.
From the ensuing free kick.
There's no shortage of goal kickers. Surface Paradise and dangerous blokes
Just
forward.
run us through those, John. So for Surface, old
Nicholas O'Hare.
Nicholas O'Hare.
Yep.
He's got
four. And he hasn't added to his tally this quarter.
Dan Green must be on there. Dan Green, along with Brodie Haberfield, would have multiple goals.
Yeah, Daniel Green, 3 goals. In fact, it's 2,
Green.
beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Dan Green, yep.
And his
Haberfield,
brother and Matthew may have
1. Haberfield, 3.
Here we go, the Tigers. Good clearance work there. Goldie outworks his opponent there.
Retzlaff
Well
again.
done. Matthew Green now.
Morning. Jack Mentha. Backing up his man Matthew Green. He's been good. He's been very consistent all day. That kick there won't get him in the
Jesse Maple now. So Keel, the last goal kicker, pumps it forward and it's a lovely kick to the space. He just kicked it to the spot and said, well, Brodie, you need to run to there, right where I'm about to kick it, right where the space is. So Haberfield's looking to catch old O'Hare.
Yeah, and Nicholas,
goals.
I believe, has been on the splinters most of this quarter. No, he's
Oh, Haberfield, that's got a low duck hook. A bit like my 3-wood, John.
Right, bit of top spin.
Into the water, that one. So Labrador will kick this in and try and create another foray. Here we go. That one's kicked to the defensive side and
Just
ricochets.
so easy to defend for Surface Paradise, that kick, isn't it?
Yes. It's not the attacking kick, but
No.
you don't know what the instruction is.
No.
It's trying
I'd
to
like to
stop
think
the
on
bleeding.
you, but I don't.
Stop the bleeding, I think,
yeah.
John. So here we go again. Ball's in dispute. Surface with Noah Corbett attack that hard, ferocious, what you want to see for this time of the game. And the big fella O'Hare, he's back.
Vanderwerken.
He's just pulled that one as well. So
Here we go. Let's look. A little bit of attack from
bit of run and gun.
fullback. And it's hit the spot with
Good little boxer. The little boxer. Good run and carry there.
Not the intended target.
Nope. Jesse Maple runs through the Dukes there, and here we go. Surface going through again. That ball will be whacked out of bounds. So
Just a little bit up on the kick there, Samuel Jewell. Didn't give his man much of a chance up ground.
valuable player though, Jewell, for the Demons. He another one of those swingmen that can play key forward, key back, John, and they've used him in that defensive post today.
They
So,
certainly have.
Harris Newton, good to see the boy back out there. He was a bit ginger before with one of the knees, so he's back out there working in the ruck and seems to be galloping along all right, the young colt.
Johnny
As
Bosso, good kick.
Retzlaff presents well,
Yeah.
continues to present well, and look at that quality kick there. Quality kick for Blakey Grant. This is the one they've had trouble with. The
Late
kick
ball.
inside 50. Mills attacks it hard, but only to no avail because Hayden Keel runs out with it. Yelland. Jackie's the call. He handballs inside. There's a heap of space. If they can get it out in front of Haberfield, works his opponent under it, just needs the bounce, sockers it through.
He's got it.
And that's another one for Brodie Haberfield. And they
to
go on
coast.
their merry way, the Demons.
Okay, so as I say, Blake Grant, the man with 2 first names, just didn't put it in a good spot for Lakeman, and it's turned over again and straight down the other end. Jackie Allen, good skills, good pick up of the handball.
So the margin now, Jack, just creeping up towards 100 points.
That's
Starting to get a little bit ugly, so...
Is it past the blowout stage that when you talk about 90, 89 points?
24 and a half minutes gone in this final term.
Righto.
You want to call the action
Tigers,
from this?
Tigers, yeah, we need something.
Ball up
from the
here,
Tigers
John.
here.
As we cross
Davis.
over to the local Q Clash too, Jack, the Brisbane Lions have had a 50-point or so win over the Suns at Metricon Stadium, so good effort by the Lions.
Yeah, you would have thought that it'd be a little bit closer than that. Labrador forward in the forward pocket. Lakeman, can he pick it up and get something?
Beats one, over the shoulder, Lakeman.
That would have been just a...
Would have been good for morale, that one.
Yeah.
If they can just wrestle a goal or two, the Tigers. There's something to go into next week.
Have to stop bleeding so easily out of forward line here. Nicholas O'Hare in the background, in the back line for... and a rare mistake out in the full on the other side. Who's got the kick for Labrador? Goes inboard, and it's been marked by Hugo Barry. For Labrador, in a great spot. 30 metres out.
So the other two games, we'll keep everyone updated, John. The Western Magpies coming back at Broadbeach. They're only 10 points in arrears now. And Palm Beach Currumbin have just run away with the clash against Mount Gravatt. They are now 45 points ahead in that one. So
They've jumped ahead a bit there. The Vultures will be very disappointed in that
you might
result.
have seen a bit of Palm Beach this year, John. They'll be hard to stop again, I think. They haven't lost too much. And big Jack Anthony roaming the forward line and that midfield that runs so deep. Who do you see challenging the Lions this year?
I'm assuming Broadbeach will be one of those teams that'll sort of be looking to have a crack again. Western Magpies, how's that game going?
Yeah, so they're 10 points behind Broadbeach, so they're around the mark.
Right now, yeah.
And I know Surface only just overcame Morningside by a kick 2 weeks ago, so Morningside are going to be their formidable self and probably pick of the bunch of the Brisbane Clothall sides this year.
Well, they were around about the mark last year.
Yeah,
The
they
Panthers,
always
weren't
are.
they? Yeah, always are. Always have
Former
been.
Gold Coast and Southport flyer Clint Watts at the helm there this year.
Is it right? Well, that's something I didn't know. The throw in for Labrador on the half forward flank. Newton, the big ruckman, got a bit of toe on that. Picked up by the Labrador man. And Sammy Walker, we're off. Mills. It's just that little finishing kick that just keeps missing the target. It'll be very frustrating for the Labrador coaching staff, I'm sure. It's just that pivotal kick. And anyhow, big Davidson for Labrador, not throwing. And he get his hand, big dukes on it again, and he does. Nice little handball.
Dominating the ruck, Davidson. Hold his head up high.
Brett Lloyd, who was swamped by Surface Paradise players there.
Just looking around the contest, and there's a lot of talk from the Surface boys. They're up and about.
Yeah.
It's they've really got an appetite for it as they run this one away. Again, they go out wide. Paddy Rankin, he's crunched heavily
I think he
in
knew
that
somebody was
contest
coming too.
by big Bradley Carter, the solidly built defender. So
It was defenders
Jaden Young
kick.
fumbles. Now he's under pressure. Prestigar wraps him up in the tackle. 28 and a half minutes gone here in this contest as the shadows descend over Small Park Benalla on this Anzac round clash. Wonderful ceremony, John, before the game to pay our respects to all the servicemen that have done such a great job over the years for our country. And and paid the highest price as well. So it was a great thing, initiative from AFL Queensland to have that Anzac ceremony and an Anzac round of Quaffle footy.
Everybody to pay their respects. It was, it was a great event.
Really good touch, really good touch. And this one won't be too far off drawing to a close. And from here, Surface will be 3 and zip and go on their merry way and challenge, maintain their spot in the top 2 and challenge those top 4 sides this year, no doubt, as they did last year. Labrador looks like they're going to continue with their rebuild. They have shown that they can play great scintillating footy in patches, but just need that consistency, and the things that we spoke of can easily be fixed up, John, with that retaining the ball and not coughing that footy up, and that kick inside 50 is another area of concern. So if they can fix that up, they'll test some of the better sides. So as we see Surface continue to run in waves, Kane Ford has been busy as a beaver all afternoon.
Jack Mitchell. He's been prominent in the second half too.
Just gets brought back around his mark. So there's time for perhaps one more Surface 4-8. Just to tip it into the 90s. He fancies himself here, Jackie Mitchell. And you can see why.
Yeah, that's why. He's got a solid little nuggety fella with
Yeah,
solid
he's
legs.
got the power base. It didn't look like he hit that
That
quite
hard, no.
well. But,
A bit of a dart. Nice
it
low
was a dart. It was a low dart. He's got the big quadriceps.
Nothing like a backman kicking a goal. Even this late part of the game where the excitement has certainly left.
So the
ground.
margin now 95 points, John. Blown right out here this afternoon in this round 4 clash.
Certainly. And do we know, Julian, when Surface come up against Palm Beach? Is that
Yes.
in the
Well,
ensuing
just
weeks?
have to look through the fixture for that one, John. It's sure it wouldn't be too far down the track.
Newton, great tap out for Surface. Jack Yellen, handball.
Keel.
Yeah, Keel just paddling.
Keel's played a good 4-quarter game. He's
Has been, very consistent.
just looks quality all around.
Yeah.
Hayden Keel.
I think they're happy just to see the siren now, Surface. If there's Mentor. Good kick out to Rankin. He settles, pushes back. Taking his time. Goes wide. Oh, that's a good mark.
Prestigar, another one of those runners. Here he goes, has one. Handballs on the green. Green playing outside the arc a lot today, getting up the field and coming back.
Not the best of handballs to Van der Werken.
And as you can hear in the background, that is time here at Small Park Benoa. Final scores, Surface Paradise 19-16, 130. Finished well all over Labrador, who kicked their first 5 goals in the first quarter, 5 goals, 5-35. And John, I think I'd like to hear your best 3 or 4 players on the ground.
Right, it's pretty easily done. I don't think any of the Labradors players actually. You want me to start at number 5, Julian?
Yes,
I think
yes, certainly.
our big man for Labrador, just for
Right.
his efforts, Ruckman, Lachlan Davidson, I think just for his work rate in losing side was fantastic
Davidson
today.
was fantastic, I agree.
Yeah. Well, you could slot the rest of the other 4 spots to between Kane Ford,
Brody
Haberfield, definitely Hayden Keel, and Charlie Ford is probably one.
Charlie Ford.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can give out some little sort of hurrahs to Goldfinch on his work with Retzlaff down the back line.
No arguments there from me,
Yeah,
Jack. And fantastic debut by yourself too, John. It's been great having your knowledge peering an eye across the Quaffle footy today. And
great to be here, Julian, in illustrious company as yourself too.
we'll look
Flying
forward
under
to
the
more
radar.
of your calls through the year. And like I said, well done AFL Queensland, putting on a fantastic Anzac Day ceremony and Anzac round. And but it's all surface paradise here at Small Park Benoa, running out 95-point winners. And that's all from us on the call from the Quaffle live stream. We'll see you again next week. Thank you very much.